Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. These are Oregon giant snow peas that I'd like to get into the ground before it gets too hot out and it reduces the productivity of these. I started these in these trays, and last year I was watching, I don't know if it was the Victory Garden, I think, and they had a little piece of information there I didn't think about. Peas are a good cold weather crop, but not necessarily ones that are going to start in cold soil. So even though they grow good in cooler temperatures and they have higher productivity in cooler temperatures, like most seeds, they germinate best in warm soil. And I did have that one year where I planted a couple of rows that just came up very thinly. There was a lot of seeds that just did not germinate. So even though you have some vegetables that are considered cold weather crops, they still do best germinating in warmer soil. So I germinated these on a heat mat, and there's the control here, and I've got a probe in the soil right there. I have a couple of flats here that I think I just rotted the seeds, or they weren't viable to begin with because they were pretty old. I had some sunflower seeds, giant sunflowers that I wanted, California stripe I think they were called, that I wanted to germinate. I had an idea that I'd have like a huge section of sunflowers, but I think they were just too old, or maybe they didn't do good at the temperature that I had the heat mat at, because I believe they all rotted. I dug up one and it was just turning into mush. I have a couple of tomato plants here, brandywine, and then I forget, it's the gold cherry tomatoes. So I don't have the true leaves yet on either of these, so they're still coming along. A little behind on tomato plants, I guess. So that's the plan, is to get these in the ground, get a fence around them, because I have critters eating. There's something that either has found some nutrition in tulip flowers, or it's just malicious and it's just biting off the tops of the tulips that have come up randomly around the yard, and just leaving them right there at the scene of the crime. So you can see here the remnants of some tulips, and I don't know, I haven't seen the critter that was doing this, but I seem to have a memory of seeing, of all things, a squirrel doing this, and at the time it just seemed malicious because it didn't look like it was getting anything out of it. Although I think maybe it was getting the pollen. You know how some of these tulips have a lot of that pollen in the center of them when they open up. I'm not sure if it's the rabbit or what, but yeah, I had these leftover tulip bulbs that used to have some flowers here, and somehow I missed these and they came up, and overnight something chomped on them. Oh man, I don't believe this. How did something get in there? I ran out last night and put a cage around this, and something still came in here and it hasn't even, look at that. It's like, it just chopped it off because it hates tulip flowers. You gotta be kidding me. I thought I had these all in the cage. I mean, it didn't. That's why I'm saying I think that it's just interested in the pollen that's in here, or it's malicious. I was going to set up a camera overnight to see if I could catch whatever's doing this, but evidently that one was far enough or close enough to the edge that it got it. So this is what, I have a brief moment here of looking at these because they might not be around tomorrow. So this is New England gardening. Well, no, wait a minute. I have to get those Oregon giant snow peas, and I'm not certain where I want to put those. I'm a little torn here. I think I'm going to start doing away with raised beds. So I don't know how I want to proceed with this, putting a section of ground, preparing a section of ground, or moving some soil into a raised bed. So I'm not certain yet. So much for weed block. Weeds just go right through this stuff. So yeah, I'm going to be moving this, although it doesn't make sense. I think I want to put grapes here, and so I'm going to put some posts along this fence here. And because I've got those two flats of giant Oregon snow peas, I'm going to move this over to the other spot. Okay, so I moved a raised bed, and I think I'll wait until tomorrow to get the Oregon snow peas in, and I want to get that fenced off at the same time. But for now I want to get that grapevine in the ground that I moved as quickly as possible so it doesn't dry out, get watered in. I'm going to have to cut it out of the pot. So that wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. Now to dig a hole to put it in, accommodate those roots. So that's it for today. A couple of projects out of the way, and the Oregon snow peas will go in tomorrow. This is New England Gardening. Thanks for watching.